listening to Me and the Girls podcast.
Welcome to the Legendary Perspective Podcast. This podcast is for the everyday person. Topics ranged from politics to pop culture. Now buckle up, take a seat, and enjoy the ride as your host, Legend, leads the way.
Yes. It's another day above ground as we traverse through this social media world, please bear with us. But I really feel like the devil is acting up because we're on the precipice of doing something great. It's like stuff is starting to click now, and now stuff is starting to click. Equipment don't want to work right. Got this, got that going, but I really am looking forward to these future endeavors that we have. These connections that I've made with some amazing people. The growth week by week. I can't pay y'all, but if y'all could just be patient with me, I really feel like we are so close to something, just legendary. So this is legend. It's meant to be a joke, but it's real. It's a legend from the Legendary Perspective podcast. There's 7.5 billion people on this planet, or maybe 7.4 now. But unfortunately, your perspective by itself is nothing. But together, our perspective is what?
Legendary.
Legendary. Yes. We getting together. We getting there. So this is a conversational podcast. I was trying to go on this mission of making y'all upset with me so we can get this tension. And there's going to be natural tension on the show. But I definitely want to thank you all for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe to the podcast. It's on all your podcast platforms. I have the lovely ladies with me here. They've been so patient with me. And I'll be getting a lot of feedback. I'm kind of glad because I'm getting a lot of feedback. More people are watching. People are telling me I'm using my soundboard too much. It was like, hey, the audio was too loud. So we getting together. We getting it together. This is grassroots, but nobody owns us, so we can kind of say and speak how we feel. But I don't want to hold the show that much longer. I think I'm gonna go clockwise my way. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to Chardonnay in the building. Can you say something to the people out there?
Hey, people. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
How you doing, boo-boo?
Yes. How you been? How's your week been?
Very, very busy, and I've been doing a lot of reprimanding at work. I need a vacation.
Okay. Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Definitely. Miss Keys, can you say something to the people out there?
Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing?
Miss Keys is in the building. During pre-production, we were showing some of the amazing work that you do, and I've done some work for you, and I know you got a lot of stuff going on your end. Anything new in your life, just anything you want to talk about, just share that,
No, everything's on pause right now because I'm moving to Dallas here soon, so I'm trying to get ready to take off and finish, some career things and some career changes out there. So it will happen soon, though. So stand by.
Well, congratulations on the move.
Yes.
That's a big thing. Congratulations on the move. You got a lot of stuff going on with your profession. I am very, very proud of you, and I thank you for your service. Like, for real.
Thank you.
Yes. So we have, because she puts up with me. And I put up with her too, No, but for real, I would say she holds me down. She keeps me level head at the yin and my yang. That sensation from Shelby County. T-Free, can you say something to the people out there?
Hello, my kings, my queens. How y'all doing?
So T-Free, do you have anything special that happened within the last week?
No, other than I am officially on vacation.
Okay.
Black girl magic.
No, nothing wrong with
Yes,
vacation. Nothing wrong with vacation.
Definitely.
So I would apologize to all four of you. I am sorry. I'm a perfectionist. If you have not known, I'm a perfectionist. So please forgive me. Sometimes I be worried about the ambiance and how it looks opposed to the quality. So I'm here with open hands and an open heart to just say I apologize. I'm working on me, trying to be better. This new leadership role is different. I'm normally in the background leading, to be out in front. I know I don't say that I appreciate you like I do, but I do. So I'm gonna work and get my communication together. But I think we got a really, really good show. Very, very funny. And we just gonna get right into it, but we just want to make sure that to anyone who has lost someone during COVID-19, we are praying with you. Like T Free knows, I always say you are not alone. We are here with you, and though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. So Legendary Perspective Podcast, we're praying for all the family members who are going through some type of loss. We lost a legend. Rest in peace to Clarence Williams III. Man, it's like sometimes when you go to look at somebody's like IBDI or background, you learn a lot about them. Like, he's been in the game a very long time. We think about him as an actor when we're older, but I'm gonna keep going in the same order. Chardonnay, did you have any thoughts about Mr. Williams?
I love his acting, so rest in peace, rest in heaven to him. But I will be honest, his role in Tales from the Hood scared me to death.
Oh wow.
he was so scary in that role, but you have to give it to him. I wish we would have given him his flowers while he was still living more. We should have appreciated him and lifted him up more, but now he's gone. So rest in heaven.
Definitely. Rest in peace. Ms. Keys, do you have any thoughts about Mr. Williams, Clarence Williams III?
Kind of like the same thing Chardonnay was saying. Tales in the Hood, couldn't sleep, was in my uncle's bed, everybody bed, could not sleep for like the past couple weeks. But it is unfortunate that he passed away, but very good actor. I remember Purple Rain was just on it. As a father, the way oh my God, it was crazy to me, but great actor. And it's sad that we didn't really hear from him, hear about him. But we just got to keep these legends, keep their names alive. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. T Free. Man, I forgot to put his birthday in here. My bad. T Free. How do you feel about Mr. Williams?
Hopefully he's not forgotten. He was definitely a legend. And of course, he was in my all-time favorite movie, Purple Rain, as Prince's father. But the one role that every time I think of him, I think about that role was when he was in Sugar Hill and he played Wesley Snipes' daddy. And he sit in that chair. This is right before he got the deadly dose of heroin, and he had his hair cut. He said, I got my church boy haircut. Every time I see that part, I just die laughing. I got my church boy haircut. I was like, Lord help me. Jesus, he was so funny in that. That one line right there just had me laughing, even though it wasn't that, it was a drama, but still, when he said, see my church boy haircut.
Man, so the one thing is, I'm learning something about this type of thing that we're doing right now. It doesn't matter what type of emotion I, invoke, as long as I invoke a emotion. So if he had a role of a scary person, and the fact that you still remember him in that role, the job is done. When I go look, he was in Purple Rain. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. He was in Deep Cover, Sugar Hill, Hoodlum, Half Baked. I'm also American Gangster. He did play Bumpy Johnson, American Gangster. Also looking here, he did a lot of TV work I didn't realize, like The Mob Squad, Hill Street Blues, Miami Vice, The Cosby Show, Star Trek, Law and Order. You know, so I mean, just shout out to him. I mean, we've lost a lot of legends, but the one thing that I am just encouraged by is that he had a full life and a full career. You know, losing someone too young is really, really sad. Like, we lost some other like athletes and other actors, but to lose someone and they might have lived that course. Now, the one thing I didn't know, and I don't know if y'all know about the Matrix. The Oracle from the Matrix and him were
That was
married.
his wife. I didn't know that. That was shocking.
They were married to about the 80s or so, but I looked at her, I was like, okay, Oracle. I mean, that's,
wait, from the Matrix?
yeah,
Yes.
from the Matrix.
They were married.
You know,
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That was something new. Like you say, you learn something every day. I didn't know that.
And it's also funny when you see people at an older age than when they're younger. Like yo, okay, yeah, this little fro was strong, dude. Like, you know, like but yeah, just rest in peace to the family, to a great actor. I mean, he was pretty much almost every year there was a movie growing up I saw him in. So we definitely want to salute him and pay homage to him, and definitely we'll have a moment of silence for him as right now. So I apologize. I forgot because the guy just had a birthday, even though he's a Gemini. God rest his soul. I'll let T-Free just unscripted. I'm sorry I did not put that in here. I had the photo. I did not put it in here. I was rushing. T-Free, how do you feel about when your baby daddy's birthday? God rest his soul.
It was, I was in a good mood. I think, I blasted the songs all day. Right. Come on now.
See,
I have to celebrate. If you go to my Facebook page, he is my profile picture. So There you go.
Tell the people who you're talking about, T-Free.
The best, and it may be arguable. I don't care. It's the best musician, entertainer in the world, Prince.
Yes.
I'm finna just show him up, baby.
Yeah.
I love me some Prince. And yeah, I can remember the day like it was yesterday. People were calling me all day long. Tracy, are you okay? No, I wasn't. I even said, I put it on Facebook. I said, stop calling me. I'm not okay. Leave me alone right now. I got to process what I'm hearing. I had to process, and it took me a couple of days to process.
Did any y'all have any thoughts about Prince, or y'all? Cause this is this side of the screen over here is Team Prince. I'm not sure. I just thought I had to. I don't know. Like, remember, we're getting to know you on the podcast. I just asked these questions.
I'm sorry, I get emotional and worked up, but no, I love Prince. Okay, and I don't know if you guys have seen the meme going around or the picture going around with the Mount Everest best entertainers. And I was so upset that they did not put Prince's picture on it. I'm like, he's definitely top one, no later than two, because sometimes him and MJ, I'm sorry.
I agree. I totally agree.
Neck, and really, but they go neck and neck sometimes, but we got to knock out either Beyonce or Janet Jackson. They didn't belong up there. So I love
my vote is for Bouncy. I mean, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, well, over Janet.
So, Miss Keys.
Well, entertainment, I don't know, because I've been to, I don't know, Janet throw on a concert, baby. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, entertainer by Prince's, I judge a lot of music through his prism, but I'm going to let Miss Keys say something before I say something. I know this off script, but do you like Prince, or you appreciate him as an artist,
Yes, I love Prince. My song was "I Would Die for You." Like, that is my song. So I said, if I get married again, I'm gonna play that. Yes. So I love Prince. He had a certain style about him. I remember like probably I don't know if it was 10 years before he passed, but he was on the show, and he was on a award show. And he was so positive, just his insight on certain things. And I think a lot of people saw the entertainer, but they didn't see the man, like his mindset. He was different.
Very.
And people loved him. He had a different aura about him, and he was a performer. He was oh my gosh, like we had videos everywhere of Prince. So I think Prince is one of those people that needs to be. He needs some more respect. Put some respect on his name.
Yes.
I love him.
That
Definitely.
and I'm gonna leave this here. In the Black community, we won't ever have a Prince again. He was our rock star. Like, he was the person who had the look that all the girls wanted, the person that all the guys wanted to be, the best musician, the best songwriter. Like, and my only person that I can have close, but not all the way, because he was the best dancer too, was Stevie. Stevie didn't dance like that, but like Stevie's writing ability and musical ability was up there. But I was in Walmart T-Free. I saw the Prince shirt and I couldn't do it because I know the other part of we don't appreciate about Prince is the activist. I don't think that we'll get it because what he was talking about we may not get for another 10 or 15 years about the stuff in music, and he's talking about ownership. The fact that I could buy a picture of his likeness in Walmart, he would have hated that idea. So
definitely.
I didn't buy it because we didn't have my size, but I still didn't buy it because of that. But just the type of man he stood for. And I really feel if he didn't have that fight with the record industry, I know y'all like MJ. I don't think MJ would have been MJ if he didn't have that fight with the record industry. So we're going to keep it moving because I just threw that one out there. But because I know y'all, I see people want to respond. And we just going to let's get back to these topics. So, Tiffany Haddish as FloJo, the biopic. I've been seeing this. Chardonnay, do you have any thoughts about you seeing this specific articles? I've been seeing it enough for me to start taking it more serious.
So listen, I'm not going to say I'm just crazy about Tiffany Haddish, but I definitely feel that she is trying to get her name more recognized. Because right now, by her being a comedian and by her not playing really serious roles, a lot of people don't take her seriously. And even the fact that Marlon Wayans made fun of her and said, "You're too loud," or "I don't really want to work with you," says a lot in itself. So I'm hoping that she plays this role, plays it well, and that people take her more seriously.
Okay. Ms. Keys, how did you feel about this?
Boo.
Hold on. Let me. All right.
I'm not a fan. I love Tiffany Haddish. Like, I feel like she's my sister, whatever. Like, I love her vibe, I love her energy, but I feel like in this one, I think that actual track star that has the things, I don't know, that has the
body chemistry.
When you run track, there's a way you move, there's a way you train those things. And I feel like Tiffany Haddish, like you don't have the athleticism like most track women do. So I feel like when you're, if you really look at FloJo, like I used to follow FloJo when I was younger. If you really look at FloJo, she had a certain wit about her on that track. And I just think that Tiffany Haddish does not have, I don't think she has the athleticism that FloJo has. But I mean, to each his own. I don't know.
She's been training for the role though, like hard.
You can train, but it's just like she's just a goofy girl. She's a goofy woman. She's just silly. She just.
And that's my point though. I'm hoping that this role really takes her to the next level, another level. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Go on and say you got the whole bag. It's okay.
No, I'm just saying. Look, they had some. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I'm going to agree with my co-host because she's just she's loud and obnoxious and I just don't get that personality. I didn't, back when I was watching FloJo run, it just didn't seem like she had that in her. Maybe, maybe we missing something.
All right.
Because if they have her in the role, I mean, she does kind of favor her a little bit, so it probably won't be a reach with the makeup and stuff to make her look like her. I don't think that'd be a reach, but I'm interested to see. I'm open to seeing it, to see how well she does, because that's gonna, if she pulls it off, then like Charnay said, she's going to go to the next level, because then you are versatile enough to play any role. She's been in serious movies, because she was in Madam C.J. Walker movie. Want to say she played her daughter or something like that. So it was, it wasn't a comedy movie, and she, she did well in it.
Right.
But you're used to seeing her acting a fool, booty hole. So but like I said, I'm open to seeing it. I'm open to seeing it, to see, how she does and see how well she does, because there's been comedians that done it. I mean, if you look at Jamie Foxx, he was able to play Ray Charles and did it phenomenally from what I could, from my perspective. He did very well with that role. And he's silly and funny.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
So it wasn't. So that's my opinion.
Now, let me say this. I know people trying to critique us. First off, we cut off anybody. This is a family. And T-Free said the magical words, my co-host. I'm like, oh. But like Miss Keys has said, Jamie Foxx was a music. He did music. He was, he was a performer. He can actually play the piano and can actually sing. And then he was really good as a person who can mimic other voices. Now I'm gonna say this. Like, FloJo is everything to me. Now I ran track, so I watched all of that. The one thing I can say, track stars at that time, she died right before we started getting to know people as a personality. Before Jackie Joyner Kersee, her sister-in-law, was like over the Wheaties box, and you had, Michael Johnson with the gold spikes, and when you start having all these steroid like claims, because the steroids thing, just like for baseball, brought extra eyes on track. And like Ben Johnson in Canada are going against Jesse Owens, and that big thing, and then it became such a big thing. And then shout out to the Olympic winner, I'm not gonna say her name, but when she won the decathlon, that was really dope, because like I'm just trying to joke. No, but seriously, I don't know who FloJo was as a person. Like we didn't get a chance before, because at one point, pre-Fontaine, at track stars didn't really have it good. They weren't having private facilities. They weren't, and shout out to Pre, he died early too. So it's kind of the thing where I don't know her personality. Could she pull it off? Because if you look at FloJo and you looking at her just first time, she is a little ratchet. I do believe she's from California. Long nails, the hair. She everyone's following that trend that she set, but that was her thing, and that she got so much issues for doing that. Like, her sister-in-law was the great American, young black lady, natural hair and a smile. FloJo's with the nails. Now, I do agree, Miss Keys. FloJo had a different type of body, and I don't know. She might be able to. Now, I'm not going to discount Tiffany Haddish. I want to know, and I'm gonna ask this question. Maybe y'all may or may not know. Like, there were allegations. Like, she died at a point where there were allegations of steroids. There were allegations of the one thing that people don't talk about. The track community is very small. People marry the people that they're around all the time, and sometimes they marry coaches. Marion Jones had married, I do believe, 3 different men in the track field. She was on some steroids thing, and I'm not, allegedly, or however it may be. I'm just saying that lifestyle seems to be a hard one from the outside looking in. Now, if they take a dramatic role, I'm gonna ask this question: if they show a side of FloJo that we've never seen, you know, if she had any issues with her body, she died from an illness, how that affected her. Did she have the illness, when she first started getting into it, the scrutiny that she went through as a woman. And for some reason, any black woman who had a lot of muscle tone, Donna Summers, for some reason, there was always these accusations. Well, let me not even say back then, because Serena going through it now. For some reason, when a woman has a lot of muscle tone, she's the athlete, she got to go through, and that's going to lead us to our next topic. She got to go through all this type of scrutiny. They're trying to get, pull her birth records. Now, they were saying that same stuff about FloJo back in the day. So, Chardonnay, do you think that if they show the darker side of FloJo's life, could Tiffany Haddish put off if it's a more, I know this is the point you're going with, but if they make it a more serious role, because there were ups and downs, do you think she could possibly pull that off?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know. I'm just hoping she doesn't disappoint. I'm hoping she, with all of this training that she's doing to prepare to be FloJo, that if it is something serious, she does step it up. But I can't say, because I didn't even see the Madam C.J. Walker series on Netflix. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, that was good.
So
It was hard besides everything I know about Tiffany Haddish is silly, loud, exaggerated. So, like I said, I'm just hoping that by them giving her this role, that they really do it right, that even the scripting is written well, so that we can see it all.
See, I'm thinking that maybe FloJo was that. We just didn't know. Cause if you saw her when she won, she had a lot of energy. She was very confident, and she talked about it. She didn't hold, like, her whole demeanor. We only got a chance to see so much, because at that point, track stars weren't doing a whole lot as far as
they weren't brands.
Right, they weren't brands at that time.
Yeah. She had times where she was very confident. Like, you see little comments she would say where she was very I remember watching her training with her husband, and I forgot who else the other track star was, but her husband was training somebody else, not the sister, but it was somebody else. But I saw them working, and she was always been cocky. She's always been a smart mouth person. So I'm sure there's something that we're gonna see. It's just kind of, I hope it's, look, I don't want no other Leah like we did that horrible Leah movie, that horrible Whitney Houston movie. Like, come on now. Right. With these lopsided wigs.
Say that.
They can't. No, they cannot. And so I'm ready for, whatever comes, but I'm just ready.
Is this going to be an actual movie, or is this going to be like a Lifetime movie?
See,
do we know that?
I don't. We got to get more information about it, because I was supposed to put another topic with this about Issa Rae playing Spider-Woman, and I'm wondering, these are two different roles from them, because Issa Rae is kind of a similar type of thing. Can she go from being, from her quirky, uncomfortable, different, eccentric type of person, from going to be like a superhero, but it might work because Spider-Man is quirky. He's young. He's naive. He's the same thing. So I'm really looking to see, because I agree with y'all. If they handle this right, this could be a game changer, because I think about Kevin Hart. Some of his roles were outside of, like, his normal type of thing. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how this is going to work out. So, like, congratulations if she gets it. Because, like, we still ain't got the Richard Pryor biopic, so I need something right now, like, just to be honest. Anytime a comedian come up for a role, I get leery. But if they say she training, I have seen her, and she look like she trying to get there. So, hey, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. So, talking about athletes feeling uncomfortable and being in situations, Naomi Osaka drops out of the French Open. Now, I want to preference this. I want to start this one, because what y'all don't know about me, and I need to work out tonight. Maybe like I got so many tests, but I played tennis and track. I played tennis and track in high school. I went from the track team, running varsity my freshman year, and then I went to tennis. And in my own high school, like my sexuality was questioned. Everybody kept telling me, because Arthur Ashe had this cloud around him. And the thing that I didn't realize, if like I'm good, my best sport was football, but that was a lot of impact. But with my hand-eye coordination and how fast I was, if I would have picked up tennis at a young age, I would have been pro. I was that good. Tennis is one of those sports like golf. You have to start off like so young because it takes so much. It's all these different angles how you can hit the ball. Like I can hit the ball over your head, or I can put some English on the ball and slice it where it can go maybe a foot in front of me. And I could do that on angles and work the net. Like I really wish I could have had access to that, because I would have been a goon at tennis. But I started playing late, and then my coach didn't let me play varsity when I kept beating out the guy because I was the only black guy on the team. So like that's the kind of the even to the point where the boys hit me with tennis balls and called me a monkey. Like it was like that. This is me in high school, not pro. I could have been one of the better players on the team if I actually got a chance, but they never let that happen. So when Naomi Osaka drops out of the French tournament because she's concerned with the press, not only the press, the people around them. Tennis is a very hostile environment. Like there's been tennis players. One tennis player got stabbed during the game, and she lived, but that actually happened. And Serena is the most drug tested athlete of all. My baby Serena, the most drug tested athlete of all time. And now if she sat out so Serena could go and get this one and just go on and do it, I'm with it because Serena be the greatest athlete of our timeline. But like Chardonnay, I just want to kind of give a background, because I know that's not everyone's like avenue to know about tennis. Like there ain't no tennis courts in the hood. If you see a tennis court in the hood, it's tore up. It's not looking nice. I know, because I wish we would have had those instead of all the basketball courts that look clean, but the tennis courts all tore up and that we got to run over glass. It's not a sport that you see people of color play in. So being like I told you, my own teammates did that to me, and I went other places, and I'm beating these. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just going through all of that in high school. Now I went to school in in a gentrified area or a really nice school, but tennis courts, you gotta go. It costs money. You got to get your racket restrung. Might cost you $150 to get it professionally restrung, and you had to have that done. There's no courts in urban areas. It's always you going out to some indoor court, and you're paying $45 an hour to play just 1 hour of the sport. I'm just giving you some background because I know it, and there's some rackets cost about $500,000, and you need multiple of them because you can break them very easily. But Chardonnay, how do you feel about, from what your like perspective is on Naomi Osaka dropping out of the French Open?
Okay, so I mean, you tried to like preface it like I don't know much about tennis, but it's okay, it's cool.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm here. Like, but it's some truth to it. It's not a nice sport. It's not made for us yet.
So for me, what we have to realize, mental health is important, okay? And she is very young, okay? Number one. And that's not a bad thing, but she's very young, and it was a lot of pressure, And we have to put ourselves first. I don't care how much money you're going to make. I don't care what type of endorsements you have. for your mental health and your clarity, if you need to drop or stop anything, do it.
Black
I'm
lives
sorry.
matter.
Definitely. I agree with
So
you.
I definitely commend her because that was a big move. And I guarantee you that there are probably people in her corner or, advisors that told her not to do that tried to talk her out of it. And she still said she wanted to drop out. So kudos to her.
Definitely. Miss Keys, how do you feel about, one thing I've learned about Miss Keys is very, very, very organized, and I'm trying to get I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian. Now, cause I'm I'm not Private Ryan, but I'm like all my family is military. So I'm like, man, I'm not, you got to be there 5-10 minutes early. I know, but I'm saying that because I know how much your word is your bond. When you give it, you try your best not to break it. So I wanted to hear your perspective, having your background, being an athlete and working out and understand. And then you're hold on, she's our counselor. We gotta, this is your wheelhouse. How do you feel about her actions and what she did regarding this matter?
So I think she did the right thing by stepping away. The issue I had though was that a lot of people and a lot of athletes who are very, very well known were saying things about her like, you're a disgrace to the sport and those things. Now let's see if there was a white athlete that said, hey, and actually I need to look it up because there was a white athlete that said the same thing, that he wanted to step away to focus on his mental health. When I get the details, I'll let you know. But it was similar to the same thing she did, but they treated her wrong for saying, hey, I just need a break. It's not really her business to explain why she wants a break. If she wants a break and saying, hey, this is why I want to do it, you shouldn't be digging into her into her business or information. Ask her, well, what got you to this point? That's none of your business. She wants a break, and that's fine. Respect her so she can come back to the game stronger. I I played college ball. I played college volleyball. I played overseas for the Air Force. So I understand how it is. You have a lot of people that's in your business that want to know questions, that want to know what's going on. What's your next move? How did you get this far? And sometimes you're used to being so private that everybody's coming into your business. And she's young. Yes. Everybody's trying to figure out what you're doing. Every mistake you do is wrong. And she's dating a rapper and they're looking at that relationship. So it's like, there's nothing she can do right in the moment. Like everybody's gonna critique everything she does. So I understand, hey, sometimes I need to take a step back and just let me center myself and understand what's going on around me. And then I can be better for other people. But I'm happy she did it. It just sucks how people are handling it. So, but we preach about mental health and you see it all on the news, you see it on everything. And we have an athlete that steps away and now it's an issue. So I don't know.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get to T Free, but it's funny, and I agree with you with everything that you're saying, but it's like when a woman of color takes control of her destiny. See, the thing is that I didn't like what some of these athletes said, and I didn't like what some of these other events said. Because you got her, you got Coco, you got Serena, you got Venus. There's some other young talent that's coming up, and I don't like that they automatically. So this is the thing. I'm gonna get to T Free. I'm sorry. She expressed how she felt, and everyone projected on that. And sometimes we project our emotions on what somebody else feels, and that's not okay. But she said, hey, I am doing this. This bothers me. I'm dealing with this. And everybody else came and gave what they had going on, but nobody was calling, not very few, were checking up on her and wanting to know what was going on with her. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. But T Free, what were you going to say?
I like the fact that the young ladies that you mentioned, Serena, Venus, and Coco, came to her side. And they, commended her for, taking actions for herself. I think that is definitely needed. She needed that support because I guarantee you the tennis association was not sympathetic to her needs because they were willing to fine her if she didn't talk to the media.
Right.
She is not the type of person. She's not that outgoing personality. You can tell by the way she plays. You can tell by, when she has to make her comments or what have you. And so she's not that type of person that is willing and ready to get out there. That's one thing. The second thing is that, one of the major criticisms I have with media is that, you interview somebody after they just lost.
Right.
I mean, if you talk to me after I just lost a game, I'm not going to give you a pleasing personality. For one, I don't like to lose, and that's a true characteristic of me. I'm very competitive, and I do not like, even if it's a dang on Uno game. I'm not.
See, I don't want to see
I'm
Orange
playing Uno
Mound.
to win.
I don't want to see Orange
Playing Uno
Mound
to win.
on the
So I'm
spade
saying
table.
this is that I'm not going to have a pleasing attitude when I have just lost. I'm trying to process why I lost and how the next time I get out there, how I'm not going to lose. And so you have, because I think that's what led up to the situation. I think she had lost a match and they interviewing her, throwing all these questions. Well, what happened? I don't know what happened. I'm out there hitting the ball. It didn't work.
Right.
So I just think it was just, it was very unfortunate that she had to drop out the tournament because and then also she's not that great on clay, which is the other issue, which is they kept questioning her about that. And so she, that was another issue. So that was, all those things working. And so now you got all these questions. You're not really a personality person on TV. But they're making it an obligation. I get you have to pay your bills, and I get that the media has, some privileges that they should have in terms of, getting opinions about athletes or whatever. But I think they need to be a little bit more mindful of how they approach athletes, because not all athletes are the same.
Right.
Now, I did read some comments about things because one of my people that I don't like that commentate, Stephen A. Smith. I have another name for him, but I am not going to say it on this show.
Next week.
But nevertheless, he basically was saying, "Oh, he commend her," and then turn around and then talked about her and saying that she's an athlete and she has her job to do and she need to do her job. Otherwise, like he's always said, shut up and dribble the ball type of comment is what he made. And I was so mad. But the point is, I was listening to some of the comments, and one comments that I saw up under the caption of his video was that she ought to did what Marshawn Lynch. I am just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, she could.
That would have been my answer through the whole freaking video. Every time they ask me a question, I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined until my obligation was over with and I'd have walked on out. But she's young, so she hasn't learned that process yet. But I guarantee you, if it comes up again, I imagine she'll start handling it in a similar way. And I commend her for it, because your mental health, how you're dealing with life, outweighs some of this stuff. I mean, she's a phenomenal athlete, and I'm pretty sure she's going to make money. So that if
she
made
50, was it?
I think
46?
she'll be fine in terms financially wise. I don't think it's going to be detriment to her career. I just think that she did right by taking care of herself and looking out for self first in that situation.
So T-Free, she made 46 million. I'm sorry, Ms. Keys.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, what she was saying, you were talking about Lynch and Kyrie Irving, both were fined for not talking to the press. There was a white guy, baseball player, Matt Harvey, that did not talk to the press, and he did not get fined.
See what I'm saying?
You got 3 black people, and actually it's more if you look it up.
Right.
But Matt Harvey got angry with them, acted a freaking fool, white guy, and did not get fined, and he showed out.
McIntyre, and if you stick with tennis, McIntyre used to, man, act a fool on the court.
Yep.
And they did
Yes.
nothing to him.
Mhm.
I mean, he used to act a fool on the court. I used to see some of those. I'm like, this
Yes.
is crazy.
You-
Nothing. And all she did was say she
Mhm.
didn't feel like talking to the press. Like I said, if I lost the game, I wouldn't want to talk to anybody either.
Right.
Don't talk to me about why I lost. I don't know. I didn't hit the ball right.
Right. And she said that she didn't want to feel unsure about herself. But like, so going off of what Miss Keys is saying, you know, we're looking at like Kyrie Irving getting a bottle thrown at him. We're seeing where, you know, Russell Westbrook is getting popcorn thrown on him. You know, that environment, and as sports, the one thing about sports that bothers me, sports is supposed to be escape, but sports is really a microcosm of who we are. So if we have racism going on, we have sexism going on. If women of color are being marginalized and disenfranchised, our sports is going to show it. She's young, she's black, or you know, black and mixed, and she's rich. And she made 46 to 50, I think 46 or 56 million last year. If she says she doesn't want to be in the tournament, she doesn't want to be in the tournament. The other point I like that you said, T-Free, there's different types of athletes. Rafael Nadal is one of the greatest court players of all time. He's not great on other like great surfaces. He might have won Wimbledon twice, but he's won like the French Open 4 times in a row. So certain athletes, clay is bad on your joints. It's a whole different type of game. You can slide. If you fall on it, it can scrape you up. It's a whole different type of game. So if she doesn't want to deal with that, she doesn't want to go. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's saying the reporters, but we always hear about some craziness going on in France, in the airport. We don't know what type of stuff or things she has to deal with the press. The press is different out there than here. When they go out there, they're a mob. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything. They come in the New York Open, they go chill, maybe walk down the street. People will say whatever, but in France, they at you at the airport. And if she doesn't want to deal with that, and she doesn't want to see, that's a lot of the stuff I'm thinking about, not just the press, like post game or pre game. I'm thinking about the press, the tabloids. Like you said, she has a famous partner that she's dating with. All that type of stuff that's going on. All these type of things. If she went out, you went out last night. Did that affect your game? Like, don't nobody need to be dealing with all of that. So I definitely do agree. I'm thinking that when in a sport that needs some time to catch up, because I remember people saying stuff about Venus and Serena and their dad, how they were describing them back in the day. Tennis just needs to catch up because they coming.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
and it's not only is women of color that are coming. So I'm really I just want to, you know, give her a round of applause how she handled it. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, I'd rather than an athlete do this than we always want to talk about, you know, like you said, Stephen A. Smith want to talk about things that happen far as like committing a crime or stay off the weed. But maybe some people do that to deal with social anxiety. Like she says she's an introvert, and we unfortunately don't like appreciate that. But I do believe that it was a lot of suicide going on during this pandemic. So if she doesn't want to deal with that, she doesn't want to deal with that. And I definitely want to, you know, congratulate her for taking a stand. And the thing that I did not like, she said she did it during Mental Awareness Month, and no one talked about the mental awareness at all.
They talked about the money
because they don't have it. That's the only reason. The thing we don't like about these athletes is that they're young and they're rich. And if we had that money, we would do whatever. But we don't know how we would behave if we had that much money. So I'm gonna go and get to Mr. Crazy. Mr. Crazy. So we, you know, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and present this because we have a topic here that we normally have been trying to incorporate within the show.
Girl, give me the tea. I want to know about the dating and the details.
dating, and the details.
So what I'm gonna have to do is, for fair use, so we don't get striked, I'm gonna play a little bit of the movie and I'm gonna pause it. So we gonna do a few seconds and then stop it, few seconds and stop it. And take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, Chardonnay. She ready. She's like, woo. I saw over there moving. She was ready to go. So let me go on to play this video right here. Go play a few seconds and we're gonna go from there.
I do cheat a lot. I can't help it. It's something you.
Now hold on. Let me rearrange this. He said I do cheat a lot. That got me right there. So when y'all first looked at this video, what was y'all thinking?
Is this real? Seriously.
Yeah.
Is this a joke? Are you kidding me? What the heck? All of it. Everything. Just he had me just going up on an emotional roller coaster. Seriously.
So Miss Keys, like I see you shaking your head over there. Now, see, please like, share, subscribe to the podcast. If you are actually watching the YouTube channel or the live stream, you see that Miss Keys, and she's normally, calm. She's shaking her head. What did you think when you first saw this video of Brady?
So I thought this was like another Dr. Phil show. You know how Dr. Phil has those stupid people come on there and say, I was like, this has to be a prank. Maybe he wants attention. I cannot believe somebody's dumb enough to walk around and talk about how he's a master cheater, how he goes around doing all this stuff and, how he hides, goes to the bathroom. I'll let y'all look at the video. But it was some stuff he said, and I just want to punch him. So I really don't know if he's just an ignorant person or if he's doing this for attention. Like, I'm confused.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me. What's going on, T-Free?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, my first impression is that I'm just going to get to how he looked. I couldn't get past that. Bump what he said. I couldn't get past the way he looked.
Okay.
Somebody put in the comments, he looked like he 20 and 80 at the same time. I died. That's exactly how you describe that.
20 and 80 at the same time.
Oh,
Hold on, let me play a little bit more.
I do cheat a lot.
28.
I can't help it. It's something you do to protect the people you care about. If you don't give a fuck, you would just go sleep with whoever.
Let me go back. So he said, okay, this is great. This would be a great view for us. He said, if you don't care about someone, you'll cheat on them. Now, I agree with like T-Free was saying. I was wondering, does he sell loose cigarettes? Like I just wanted to know. I was like, are we going for a short haircut? Are we going for the ball look? Are we going for that young LeBron? Like, I'm trying to figure out. And I was like, how much weed does he smoke? Like, these are crack fiend lips right here. I'm just so how do y'all feel about when people say that if you hold on, my bad. I'm sorry. I had us. Oh, we was all just muted right there. Hold on. Can I unmute y'all right here? I cannot. Hold on. Okay. I think y'all need to unmute yourselves. Can y'all unmute? Okay. Okay, great. I was saying, could y'all hear me?
We can hear you. You just got the video still going.
Okay. Is the video still going or is it paused right now?
No, it's going.
Oh, it's going. Okay, it's paused on my end. On my bad. Let I'm gonna let him.
I do cheat a lot. I can't help it.
Get him.
It's something you do to protect the people you care about. If you don't give a fuck, you would just go sleep with whoever. If you cheat, that's showing that you're taking the steps to protect other people's feelings. I've never been caught. I developed these habits. I would go to the bathroom to take a shower.
So he said, all right. So he said he never been caught, and I'm probably not gonna let the rest of it play because I can't like pause it like I want to. He's never been caught. But I do remember a lot of what he said. He said he's never been caught. He cheats because he cares about who he's with. Now, I'm going to say this. As a man, he's a genius. Like, the stuff he said, now listen to me here. You could get away with everything. I know for a fact, everything he said could work. If I'm living with somebody, no, I don't. What this show is about perspective. So I'm saying I don't agree. I don't subscribe to what little buddy is saying. I'm saying like, the thing he said about the showers. How do y'all feel about that? He said that he takes showers all the time. So his woman would not, if he came home and took a shower, not think of anything. So his night of cheating, because he looked like he ain't got no job, while he's out there cheating while she working, he can go and do this and take a shower and nothing to be thought of it.
I have to say that part, the thing about it is a lot of times if you experience cheating or somebody cheating on you, you notice that if you go back and do hindsight, because that's usually 2020, and you think about it, there are some things that changed that you didn't realize he had changed, or you didn't pay attention to them changing because he, in his routine. So if his routine is to take baths all the time, and then he just comes in and takes a bath, you're not going to think nothing about it. It's when he changes that behavior, that's when those are when the red flags go up. So I can understand why he said that. Do I agree with it? I don't agree with nothing.
We don't agree with none of he's saying, but it makes sense.
Just saying in essence, I understand how maybe he could have gotten away with it. Of course, he could be lying, period. He may not have got away with nothing. He might just be telling folks he done got away with it because he think he done got away with it. Because some people are cocky like that to think they could get away with it, and they ain't got away with nothing. It just depends on the woman that you have that you're cheating on as to whether or not you really getting away with it or not.
T-Free, you seen this face right here? This man
Yes.
he ain't got nothing to lose.
Like I said, I couldn't get past that. I saw the video, but that right there was the whole premise of my thoughts throughout the whole video. But look,
what they say about ugly men? What they say about ugly men, T-Free? Why did T-Free laugh? Why her eyes are going on an angle? I'm not. T-Free, you ain't gotta tell no story. I'm just saying.
I'm not. I am not. I'm just saying. I have no story. I have no story at all.
We got in the prayer line last week, so we trying to do better. But I'm just saying, like, hey, he did not say how these women look, far as what ethnicity they are, because I know a certain demographic of women will be all on that. I know they would. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's
okay.
I know about two different demographic of women that will be all over that. I'm not saying y'all represent them. I'm just saying I know two for facts. So okay. So Chardonnay, like, cause we know Chardonnay, we know Chardonnay, she's Rapunzel, just in her room, just waiting on God to send her Prince Charming, climb up her golden locks. But how did you think about this? Because this is your topic. So I know she over there rocking. Ooh, child, please. So what did you think about this?
Listen. This guy is the epitome of the narcissistic, homosexual
Wow. Why we
crap.
why we gotta
Okay. Okay. And he's the type that would say, I lie to you because I love you. He has that type of attitude, which is just so ridiculous to me.
Okay.
And what?
No, he had one thing. Cause I'm just wanna we know he crazy. We get that. We know little buddy crazy. I wanna ask y'all as women, cause some of the stuff he said that, hey, with the young lady I'm with, we agreed to not go through each other's Snapchat. He uses Snapchat. I know people who cheat who use Snapchat because the messages disappear. Hold on, I don't know what. Okay, hold on. So he said that I use Snapchat because I know Snapchat disappears. And okay, all right. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so he said I use Snapchat because I know Snapchat disappears the message, right? And I know people who cheat who use Snapchat. So my question is that I have, how do y'all feel about, like he because he used that as an argument to say, hey, we agreed to not go through each other's phone. So he was using her own words against her. How do you feel about a man doing that in a relationship? I admit he is crazy, he's stupid, but when he's talking about, hey, we agreed to not go through each other's phone, he started an argument with her and then used her words so she wouldn't go through his phone. And he's like, well, you said that we shouldn't go through each other's phone. I don't agree with dude, but I'm like, that might work. I'm not going to use, hey, for y'all watching, I'm not going to use none of these tactics. I'm just saying, the boy is a genius. And if he could apply, if he could apply this toward a business, man, woo, I'm just saying, y'all, he starts an argument with you and y'all agree to not go through each other's phones. And then when you want to, he said, didn't you say we're not going to go each other's phones? He's holding the woman accountable, holding her own words. Because the only reason I'm saying that, but I know women who've done that to me, though. I know women who've done that to me. That I'm just trying to do perspective. I want to. Y'all can answer whatever order y'all want to answer. But how do you feel about that?
Y'all go ahead.
I just truly feel that this is a joke. It has to be, because no offense to the men listening out there, but you guys aren't smart when you cheat. You don't move right.
He is.
You make mistakes. I don't believe him.
I believe every word he said.
He's doing this stuff for clout, okay? He's just doing this for life. So he can be seen, But for me, it's just reverse psychology. If we made some type of agreement in a relationship, and then all of a sudden you just like, we talked about this and you did that and you shouldn't have done that, I'm still going to look or feel some type of way and call him out on it, and tell him, don't reverse this on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
Narcissist.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree. No, I agree with that. So the other thing that I notice, narcissism, because they normally have to be with someone who like coddles their behavior. They can't be with anyone, and this is relationship or not, someone who defies them or questions them or doesn't like go along, get along, they become an issue. He says he searches for women who have low self-esteem. And I think that this does work because he's looking for a certain type of woman. If we looking at this dude, he look like he ain't got no criteria. I'm telling you, there's a demographic I'm telling you right now, T-Free. Now you over there in Shelby County, but Miss Keys could probably test this a little bit better. There's a demographic of women around where Miss Keys is at that will be all on that in a hot minute. Ma and Pa, meet Brandy. Like real talk. I'm telling you what I know. And women giving money, I'm telling you that does happen. Now, I am mature. I am grown. I have grown up. In my younger days, in the former life, I know for a fact women will pay your bills. But you gotta do something for them. But if you're willing to do that, whatever it may be, no, it ain't gotta be nothing like that. Like, you might do their homework, but it might be something. I know for a fact. And then if they can't give money, some of them got links, some got aid. I'm letting you know, as a man, I don't do that. But I'm letting you know it can't be done. But like he said, it's certain type of women, certain, and the ones that demographic of women, I know for a fact. Talking about, we got 23 acres. Mom and Pa got 23 acres. Okay. I'm just saying. Bring him the whole little check to him. I'm just saying, I do believe it, but I think we probably could just let this situation go, because like I said, I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna trigger nobody. But I'm just saying, I believe if a man does not, and this is the one thing, if he doesn't have value within himself, he'll go date anyone. So he'll take anything and be treated as anything. Like, the title of this podcast is Hobosexual. Now, do y'all know what that means? Well, let me ask Ms. Keys, because I think I've talked to y'all about it. Ms. Keys, do you know what a hobosexual is?
How we use it in Texas is, I mean, does everybody know what hobos are? So they just a little just, I don't want to use the right word. God forgive me for saying this. I'm not racist to anybody, but for here in Texas, we use hobos as a white women who just are just out here just jumping around from men to men. That's how we look at it. I don't know. I'm trying to be careful what I say, because I want to find on here this.
Well, the good part is that
so hobos for us, it's like, I won't say homeless, but they're just like free doing whatever they want to. But it's, for us, it's a lot of these black men like this. A lot of white women, they date a lot of white women.
So that,
I'm sorry.
No, you right. It is a male or a female who is, like, so bisexual is someone who is attracted to someone who, like, is intelligent and, like, can open up their mind. You have to unlock their mind to unlock their body. This is the hobosexual is a person who is attracted to someone who has a place to stay for them. They're gonna go by any means sexually to find a place to stay, because they're going from place to place. Because, like he said, he getting cars bought. He ain't telling you how much the car is. He said cars bought. The car could have been $500. He looked like he sells cigarettes. I'm just saying. Like,
so prostitution. No, if you jumping around, to me, that's what that sounds like.
Sound like a gigolo. Everybody knows. I
think he's fake. I'm sorry, because you can't tell me the only reason why to me, what I got is the only reason why I wash my tail every day is so I don't get caught cheating. It seemed like he didn't want to take a bath. That's what I got from it. I'm like, it sounded like he really didn't care to take a bath.
Well, he said,
I just take a shower.
He said that, though.
Yeah,
he did say. It's not that he want to take that many baths.
And so I believe it. No man gonna go on TV and just say, I'm musty. I don't want to take no bath, but I just do it so I can dump from woman to woman. That man playing. He wants some money. He wants, just like Gorilla Glue. They over here